So you had a tough round, and then basically come in and your head's moving off the ball, and you're coming over the top. Now, this happens to everybody under pressure of the course and with people that you're playing with, right? Because you're trying to get your ball to go online, and things start going bad, and then it's like, well, what do you do to fix it? You know what I mean? In this case, when you went out, I always tell everyone it's like having a boat that floats in the harbor, and then you take it to the ocean, and then the first wave hits it and it sinks, right? But it was floating in the harbor. You know, that's what it's like going to the golf course. It's like when we get out there in the middle of the field with no lines, like no square mat, nothing to go on, suddenly alignment can get messed up. You start losing head position. Suddenly you start swinging over the top. The ball's going right. You're fighting it back over the top instead of squaring your hand. You start trying to fix the wrong problem. But what's exciting is if it went off track and you've done it before, getting yourself to do it again is easier. Like getting back on track is actually not as hard. But the point is, many people fall off track. And in fact, I had one guy, he was doing everything to slice it. It took us, I think, 2 or 3 months to stop him slicing it. Then he leave, come back, still slicing it. 50 minutes into the lesson, he'd fix it. Leave, come back, still slicing it. 30 minutes into the lesson, he'd fix it. Leave, come back, still slicing it. 20 minutes into the lesson, he'd fix it. Leave, come back, still slicing it. 5 minutes into the lesson, he'd fix it. Leave, come back, still slicing it. 3 swings, he'd fix it. Leave, come back, still slicing it. 1 swing, he'd fix it. Left and came back, and no longer a problem. And so that's like human nature. The nature of the beast is like it's a progression generally. But the question is, okay, we know with the driver, your head's moving off the ball and you're coming over the top, right? So then it's like, okay, then do stuff to focus on head position. And remember, the swing with the driver is wide straight back and then narrow from inside. You watch tons of golfers, and that's like the theme, the predominant theme with any of us better players. There's always rare, variances that you'll see, but most golfers that are good are doing the crescent moon, and then they're taking it straight out and they're bringing it from underneath. You know what I'm saying? So let's get you back on track with the driver that way. So don't worry, we'll get it back on track.